G'day, Big V. We are with our Division 1 men in our senior program here. We're going to discuss the Youth League or the Youth Eligible Award, the Youth Player of the Year Award. Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about this award?
Yeah, one of my favourite awards in our competition, Ted. It's the Youth Player of the Year. Those Youth League eligible players who are playing in the senior competition, just a way of getting them getting their recognition. So one of the exciting awards because we're looking to see who's there in the future, who's coming through, who's going to be here for a while, and see if these clubs can retain their younger talent.
It is very exciting. We're going to dive into it straight away because there's someone over in Bulleen who's one of their younger bodies, but averaging their most amount of points. He's probably going to be there towards the end of this year looking to earn himself this award. It's Josh Henry.
Yeah, definitely. If I can't see too many Division 1 men's youth players contributing like he does. 18 points a game to go with a cheeky 10.5 rebounds a game. So he's averaging a double-double in this league, and he's actually playing through the youth league team too, Ted.
That's crazy.
He's putting a lot of work in. So he'd be certainly a red-hot favourite for that award.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving to Chelsea, a team who have moved back down, so they're in a bit of a rebuilding stage, and they're really investing in their younger talent. So Callum Goulot, who is
maybe it's French, maybe it's Goulot.
Maybe. Ooh, interesting. And Riak Wolves. So two guys who, they're both starting most of their games. So they're averaging 10 points per game and 8 points per game. These two guys, they're being invested in quite a lot at the moment. They're both shooting pretty well, 46% for Cal. So these guys are, getting true time here.
Yeah, that young Callum Goulot got to coach against him last year at the champ level, and he didn't take a step back at all. He was a really impressive young player, young point guard. So he'll be exciting to watch in the future.
Absolutely. Moving to Coburg now. Who we got at Coburg?
We've got Kobe Pearson. I believe he's a lefty. Came onto the scene with a bang this year, straight onto the starting five in round one.
Very good.
But he's been impressive. He's averaging 9.45 points a game, and shoots the ball pretty well, 31% from deep. We also have big fella Theo Hurdley, a young Kiwi friend, averaging 8.2 points a game, and he rebounds pretty well with 20 minutes. So some good emerging talent there down at the Berg. Over to Collingwood.
Collingwood, we have Larkin, who is coming off the bench majority of his games. He did start the one, averaging 16 minutes with his 7 points per game. A guy who can stretch the floor. He has put up 36 threes and he's knocked down 8 of them. So there is range that he has there. Able to rebound the ball a little bit, probably something that we can work towards as he gets a little bit older, but it is a very physical league here.
Yeah, and the other standout for me is Lockie Madden. I actually had the pleasure of working with him at Camberwell Dragons as a junior. He's scoring 12 points a game in his five senior games. I think Collingwood have seen him as a real sort of bright spark for the future in terms of sticking with their program. He shoots 44% from deep. Really handy player.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on to Gippsland United, we have Kobe Tibbles, a guy who's played 12 of these games, started just the one, 15 minutes per game with his 6 points. A guy who's come off playing with a championship team at the moment. They are the reigning champs in youth Division 2, so moved up. Congratulations to them. Doing pretty well in this season as well, and he is definitely adding value where he can.
Yeah, certainly. He just comes in with a whole heap of energy and plays hard, and that's what all a coach can ask. And then there's the other one, which stood out for us, 12 minutes a game. Nick Proud is going pretty well off the bench down there at Gippsland too. On to Pakenham, we've got the reigning Youth League 2 men's MVP in Michael Johns, who's still Youth League eligible, but he's made the jump up to the Division 1 men's team. And he's done so pretty seamlessly, Ted.
Yeah, he's done very, very well. I think he's played a few games in Youth League. Whether he's going to qualify or not is another thing. But averaging the 8 points per game here. He shoots at a pretty good clip, 37% from the land of plenty. He gets his rebounds, he gets his assists. He doesn't turn it over a hell of a lot, but for a guy at his age, he's got a physical body. He can bully himself around the floor. He does get it done.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll move on to Shepparton. We'll get through these two pretty quick because I tell you what, they're gonna be right in the talks when it comes to the Youth Player of the Year.
Yes,
We've got big Lachlan Keego, who's built like a I can't say that on air. He's built very well. Huge unit, 9.3 points a game to go with his 7.7 rebounds. I feel like he's been playing for years. I remember him dunking on me when he was playing for the Northeast Bushies back in the day.
Yep. We'll have to find that game film.
And then Josh Kuiman, also young Kiwi, I believe. Really good shooter, 41% from deep and 15 points a game. He'll definitely be in the conversation when we're talking Youth League Player of the Year.
Absolutely. Lastly, we'll talk about Riley Nicholson over at Warner Ball, a player who has got some good experience around him with Polydor and Gines, coach and player.
Yeah.
So he's doing very well there, the 12 games, just averaging the 14 minutes with the 6 points. A guy who can shoot the ball very well. He hasn't shot it an awful lot, but he's at 43%, so he can definitely shoot the ball. People got to respect that.
Yeah, he's a I feel like he's been around for years too, Ted. I think I might have played him when he was 14.
Interesting. Look, that'll be all for us. Catch you guys very soon.